Oh boy, a brand new Steel Panther album. I am so excited. Good morning, metalheads of the internet, and welcome to a potentially painful new episode of the Metal Meltdown. Today we are talking about On the Prowl, the latest studio album and the sixth overall from American glam metal, comedy metal crew Steel Panther. And minor spoiler alert, it's pretty lame. It's very not good. I would argue, in fact, to be blunt, that it's pretty bad. For those of you unaware, Steel Panther have been kicking around for about 23 years now, originally starting off as a very straightforward kind of 80s rock cover band under the name Metal Shop and then Metal School, and then eventually settling on Steel Panther, at which point they decided they would start writing their own original songs, and that on top of, paying homage to Van Halen and the Scorpions and Def Leppard and Motley Crue and Poison, they would also make fun of them. They would inject their brand of 80s glam and pop metal worship with some comedy and parody and satire, which I think was inevitable to a certain extent. I mean, the 80s glam and heavy metal scene is so ridiculous, so over-the-top homoerotic and flamboyant, that it feels as if it was made for a full-on parody band. My thing, though, is that I feel like that parody band would work better in context of like a short little SNL skit rather than in the context of being an actual fucking band that's still kicking after 23 years and still telling the same jokes over and over again and still writing the same riffs and hooks and lyrics over and over again. Which is why whatever luster and appeal Steel Panther had for me to begin with has pretty much evaporated over the years, and especially with this album On the Prowl. This was a tedious listen. This was a boring listen. I will say, like, musically it's competent, if perhaps ridiculously unoriginal and derivative of so many of the bands that Steel Panther is making fun of. But even so, I left this album kind of feeling the same way I felt about Brian Posen's Grandpa Metal. Like, every single song is just Steel Panther talking about how awesome the 80s were, how they used to, like, snort cocaine off of people's dicks and tits and still do. It's them talking about all the STDs they get on the road and how much pussy they get, how much alcohol they drink. New music sucks, new rock music sucks. Wasn't it better back in the 80s when we didn't have auto-tune and fucking Cardi B or whatever? It just radiates a really annoying kind of okay boomer energy by pandering to nostalgia, recycling the same tired one-dimensional hooks and riffs and chords over and over and over again, and resorting to some of the most lowbrow and unfunny comedy I think I've seen on a comedy rock or metal album since the aforementioned Grandpa Metal. In the song Friends with Benefits, for instance, Steel Panther writes, "You get $35, I get to slap you with my dick. You get dinner at Spago's, I get to come inside your ass." Like, where's the joke there? Where is the funny? Is it funny because he swears? Is it funny because he has to, like, entice somebody into fucking him? Is it funny because he's basically doing a quid pro quo? Where's the joke? Where's the funny? Here's another excerpt from Never Too Late to Get Some Pussy Tonight. Thinking about getting a handy from one of the guys or heating up some apple pie, maybe that's my date. Then I remembered words of wisdom from Styx, it's never too late, now Spider's on the bass and Lexi's gone, but it doesn't mean we can't still fuck his mom. Is the joke that he would actually fuck an apple pie? Or, like, his friend's mom? Because he's that crazy horny? Because that's not a joke. That's just kind of weird. There's other, like, needlessly raunchy, unfunny cuts on here, like Vagina, One Pump Chump, put my money where your mouth is my dick enough? It feels like it's just being crude for the sake of being crude. It feels like the joke is that Steel Panther is swearing and talking about sex and how desperate they are for sex, and those aren't jokes. The song 1987 amounts to a total boomer bitch fest. I mean, it's Steel Panther literally lamenting on how it's no longer 1987. Like, the whole song can be summarized as, back in my day, we had Ozzy Osbourne and the Scorpions and Guns N' Roses, and nobody could get canceled, and we drank a lot of beer and did cocaine. Like, all right, Grandpa, take your meds and finish your mashed potatoes. It's time for bed. You know? Like, it's just so fucking lame. The song On Your Instagram had me cringing pretty hard, too, because it's literally just Steel Panther being like, who's the hot chick on your Instagram? Tell me so I can fuck her brains out. Like, god damn. Like, these guys are nearly 60 years old, and they are straight up talking about every single young woman on the earth as if they are literally a product that they can just use and immediately throw away. Jesus Christ. Like Steel Panther on some fucking Andrew Tate shit all of a sudden. It's so bad. I don't even really feel the need to talk about the music. There's nothing happening here that you have not heard Motley Crue and Def Leppard and Guns N' Roses and Bon Jovi and Poison and all the other bands that we've name dropped in this video do objectively way better. Not just in their prime, but arguably now. I mean, at the end of the day, it really just feels like they took a Spotify playlist of like the best glam metal songs of all time and just very unapologetically slapped on new lyrics about how big their dicks are and how much they love tits and ass and pussy. Like, legit the kind of comedy rock that maybe like a really like weird horny teenage Robert would have written. The difference is weird teenage horny Robert isn't in this band. 4 50-year-old men are. Supposedly 4 50-year-old men who are professional musicians. Yeah, okay. With this album, Steel Panther have officially cemented themselves as being everything that they make fun of. A crappy glam metal band obsessed with the past and unable or unwilling to move on and adapt and try new things. This is a very strong 1 out of 5 for me. If for some reason you like the idea of a bunch of classic 80s rock and metal bangers being plastered with sexually charged, unfunny lyricism, then I guess this is for you. But even in that scenario, you would unironically be better off just listening to classic records from Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, Scorpions, Guns N' Roses, all the bands that we've talked about in some capacity in this video. I don't know, maybe if you're like 11 and you've never, ever heard any metal from the 1980s ever in your entire life, this would do something for you. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's terrible. Steel Panther's laziest album yet. Their most boring album yet. Repetitive, lame, ick. Don't listen to it. Don't waste your fucking time. And that is it for the Metal Meltdown. I'm not an expert, nor do I claim to be. So what do you think? Do you like this record? Do you not like this record? And what do you want to hear from me next? And thank you for watching. Make sure you press subscribe right here so you get updates on the Metal Meltdown fucking immediately. And as always, you have yourself a fantastic fucking day.